I can't believe I'm actually showing you guys this right now. This is what my room looks like with no RGB. I literally feel dead inside. But anyway, fear not, it's for a good reason, because today I'm going to be showing you guys how to transform your gaming room from this into this. You see guys, we just took it from like a 1 to over 9,000. So yeah, the purpose of today's video is to show you guys all the lighting equipment that I use to kind of achieve this overall effect of the room. I've done tours in the past and people always ask, Josh, how do you manage to get this effect? Or how do you manage to blend the colors together so well? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Also guys, everything that I talk about in today's video will be linked down in the description below. So if you want to check out anything for yourself, you can do. But with that being said, let's get to it. Right, so it all starts over on this side of the room. As you can see, we have a nice IKEA unit here. And sitting on the top of it, we have a lamp from Orky. Now, I've had this a few years, and basically it's an RGB kind of desktop or bedside lamp. And you turn it on, and then you wait for it to cycle through the colors, and then you just touch the bottom of it, and it will pause on that color. It also has like warm white as well, and it has 3 brightness settings, so you can set it to whatever you want. It is a little bit of a faff, because every time you turn it on, you have to wait for it to cycle again, and then pause it. So, not the best design in terms of that, but I mean, it does look great. Moving on down, you can see here we've got nice glow in these shelves, and these are disc lights. Now, I actually did a video installing these a couple of weeks ago in my unit over there. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch it because I show how I install them. You'll notice in this one I've actually got 2 separate colors, and that is because I have 2 kits. In this one I've only got 1 kit with the 4 discs, and you can only have them set to 1 color, but still looks pretty cool. Moving on up, we have this lamp. Now this was from IKEA, and the bulbs were from IKEA as well. They're kind of like those old vintage style filament bulbs, but they're actually LEDs. Now these don't really kick out any light at all. They kind of just look cool, but yeah, I've always liked the look of them. I'll back up a little bit so you guys can see my main setup. Now the main thing that makes this setup glow so much are these things. Now, they are Philips Hue play bars. I'll turn them back on. And I'll show you what they look like. Basically, they are bars. So you can see on the back of each monitor, I've got one of them. And they are extremely bright, and they spread the light very, very well in comparison to like LED strips. And that is what kind of makes it all glow really nicely. We've got one behind here as well. This one I've just got kind of laying down on the wall mount because when I got this monitor, you can see it's kind of angled, so I couldn't stick them to the back. And then we have another one over on the right here as well, which just shines onto the wall in the same way the other one did. Now in each kit, guys, you can have up to basically 3 bars off of 1 power adapter. So what I did was I bought a second kit, and I put one of the bars over here, which kind of gives this nice ambient glow on this wall. And then the last one, the 5th one, is underneath the desk, right there. So if I back up again, that's kind of what gives the bottom of the setup that ambient glow. Now they are expensive, guys, but in my opinion, I think they're worth it because, like I said, they're extremely bright. The light spread on them is really good. Here are some of the presets I've made, guys, and you can see when I cycle through these, they completely change the entire ambience of the whole room. And like I said, I think that's owing to the fact that they are just so bright and the light spread on them is just really good. Like, look how well that blends together. To be fair, it doesn't look quite as good on camera. You can see like hot spots, but yeah, in person, it looks perfect. Now, the second lighting element on the main setup, guys, is an LED strip. So you can see we have an LED strip on the back of the desk here. It's from Govee, and that one runs all the way along the back, and it actually runs along the side of the desk as well, just to give a bit more of a glow, sort of down here. And then I even ran the excess LED strip underneath here, just to kind of make the floor kind of glow. So again, if I back up, I'll show you guys what you can actually do with these strips. So if I want to, I can change it to, say, green or blue or orange or red. But the cool thing is that if I select, well, if I deselect this and then I select maybe like half of the strip and change the color, you can see here, it's gone from green to red. So you can literally customize every single segment. You can have them rainbow as well if you want to. So I believe there's scenes over here. So yeah, you can have like rainbow waves, which looks pretty cool. And you can freeze the effect as well. So if you just want it to look like a rainbow, you can do that. In fact, there you go, guys. I just did it for you. I made like a little rainbow preset. So you can see it starts off blue over here and then it goes all the way through the spectrum. And yeah, it goes to kind of yellows and reds and stuff. So those strips are very good. At the moment, I've just got it set to 1 color because it kind of ties in with the whole theme. But yeah, very versatile. Alright, moving on, we're going to talk about this neon banana. So lots of people ask about this, which is why I'm going to show you it. It does actually kick out a fair bit of light, so it does add some yellower light to this corner, just helps brighten everything up a little bit and sort of make sure I can see my display and my figures and things. So yeah, this was a neon banana. I think it was like $25 or something. I'll link it in the description, but I quite like it. It looks pretty funky. We've also got some little panels from Color Light here. I did a review of these a few years ago. I wasn't a massive fan just because they were so expensive for how small they are, and the app is a little bit kind of dodgy in terms of connection, in my opinion. It probably looks blown out on camera, but yeah, they look quite cool. I mean, they're decorative. Moving on over to the middle of the room, you can see here we've kind of had the glow from the main setup spill over here. And then we've got this cabinet, which, like I said earlier, we've got those disc lights in, which we installed in the video a couple of weeks ago. I did buy 2 kits, so obviously I've got like 4 in the main compartments, and then I've got 2 on the back, and then 2 underneath as well. It does look very hot-spotty on camera, but in like person you cannot tell at all. Yeah, for a long time I didn't have any lighting here, and when you backed up in the room it just looked really kind of odd because it was really bright, and then just dim in the middle. So yeah, we fixed that, and I'm very happy with it. Then moving over to the right, we have the famous Nanoleaf panels. I've had these things for years. I used to have them over on the other side of the room, but I relocated them here when I was kind of redoing everything. And yeah, I love these things. A lot of people say, oh, they're overused, too many people have them. But I mean, if it looks cool, guys, it looks cool. Loads of people ask me about the preset, by the way. This is the Late Night Chill Vibes preset, and it's kind of got like pinks and purples and blues, and it just nicely blends between them. So yeah, if you're looking for the preset, that's what it's called. And then moving over to the main setup, we've got, I do love this setup, it's looking really good, guys. We've got the Dyson Fan over here, which I wish had RGB lighting, that would be so cool. But yeah, a lot of light going on here. Again, it's probably slightly blown out in the camera. I'll probably have to pull down the highlights during post. But we have another LED strip here. So you can see on the desk, we've got the same LED strip as we had in the main setup. So not only can we change the color of everything, so if we want to set it to, let's say, red, we can do that. You can see how bright they are as well, guys. Look how it kind of transforms the look of the room just by changing the color of it. But yeah, not only can we do that, we can unselect these, and then we can select different segments of the strip. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then change the color of, say, half of the strip. So we can have it set to orange there, and then the other side is blue. And again, if you want to do rainbow effects, you can do that, no problem. Now, the last thing is this thing, which is the Lifx Beam. Loads of people ask me about this and say like, oh Josh, did you put LED strips inside a tube? No, this is actually made by Lifx, and we can turn it on and off. I'll grab the app and show you. Yeah, so here is the app for the Beam. If I go ahead and hit that, you can see it turns off. I'll show you guys a little bit closer when it's turned off. You can see here, they are basically like little acrylic tubes, I guess, with LEDs in, but they are modular. So you can see here there's like a magnetic connector, and they're about that long each, and they basically just all snap together. You can put them in whatever shape you want, and then you use the app to turn them on and off. So you can see in the app here, we have total control over the colors and the brightness. And guys, the brightness on these is just absolutely crazy. Like, let me whack it up. Check that out. It literally makes the entire room look like you've got the sun in it. Yeah, I only ever have them set to about, what, 15% brightness, because anything above that just kind of, I think, ruins the ambience of the room and makes it too bright. But yeah, I do love those things, really cool. They also have themes as well, so you can do more than one color. So if I click one of these, you can see here it blends everything really, really nicely. And it just gives such a nice ambience. I do love this setup, guys. It looks so clean. We installed the Razer gear in here in the last video, so go watch that if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it all looks really clean with the kind of white and gray. Yo guys, I almost forgot to tell you about the last 2 things. You guys would have killed me if I'd forgotten about these. So you can see here the entire wall is kind of glowing with this nebula glow. You can see we've got kind of some swirly blue LEDs which are actually moving, if you look closely, along with some green laser dots, which people always wonder. They're like, what are those dots on your wall, Josh? But yeah, this comes from like a projector unit, which I'll show you guys in just a second. It's called the Bliss Lights Skylight. So this is the unit itself. Like I said, it's called the Bliss Lights Skylight. And you can see here, it's like a laser projector and an LED projector in one. It does have a few different settings, so we can press it to kind of make it swirl very slowly, or we can press it again to just have lasers, and we can press it again to just have the LEDs. Interestingly, it is designed to kind of sit like this, so you can see it's more of a ceiling projector, but I think it looks better on my slanted walls, so I kind of prop it up so that it looks like that. I just turned off those lights in the corner real quick so you can get a better idea of how this thing looks without blue light interfering with it. And as you can see, the light spread is very, very nice, and even when it's on the ceiling, yeah, it looks great. And then the last thing to mention, because I know if I don't, somebody will ask, it's this little PlayStation light, which I found on Amazon. So yeah, it's just USB powered and looks pretty simple. It does have a music mode as well, but it doesn't particularly work well. So I just have it set like that. You can see it kind of gives a nice little glow. So quick recap on everything, guys. We've got the Lifx Beam. We have the Govee LED strips, which can be different colors. We've got the Nanoleaf triangles. We have the PlayStation light, which is USB powered off Amazon. We've got the disc lights, which are in this IKEA unit. Then over in the main setup, we have 5 Philips Hue play bars. We've got one there, we've got one underneath the desk, and one behind each monitor. Then we have the neon banana along with the color lights. Again, in this setup, we have the Govee LED strips along the back as well, which, yes, we can do rainbow effect with. And then finally, over here, back where we started, we have the IKEA lamp with the IKEA filament bulbs. We have the RGB bedside lamp from Orky. And then we have more disc lights under here. So there we have it, guys. That was a quick guide on how I achieve the overall lighting effect in this room. I think people sometimes underestimate just how important lighting is. Like, it really does transform your gaming setup or your gaming room. Like I said, if you guys want to check out any of the products I mentioned in today's video, they'll all be listed down in the description below, including that laser projector as well, because people always ask about it. Oh, and the neon banana. If you enjoyed the video today, guys, a like rating would be much appreciated. It helps me out. And hit that subscribe button if you're new. We are absolutely flying at the moment, thanks to you guys. We may even hit 50k before the end of the year if we keep going. So if you want to help me reach that goal, you guys know what to do. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Tesseract for all the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, with that being said, hope you guys have an awesome week. I'll catch you all in the next one.